For today's adventure, I am here at the Motorcycle Hall of Fame Museum in Pickerington, Ohio, the American Motorcyclist Association. And today, I'm here to find a specific motorcycle, one that was in one of my all-time favorite movies. They have on display the motorcycle that the T-1000 rode in the 1991 film Terminator 2, Judgment Day. And I'm here to document it, so let's get into it. Hello everybody, and welcome to today's adventure. As I had said before, I am here at the Motorcycle Hall of Fame Museum. I am tracking down the motorcycle that the T-1000 rode at Terminator 2 Judgment Day. I hear they have it on display here, all the while touring the museum, checking out all kinds of historical stuff they have here. And at the same time, I'm gonna be dropping some facts about Terminator 2 Judgment Day, some stuff that you might not have known. It's gonna be an interesting day. So that being said, please join me for today's adventure here at the Motorcycle Hall of Fame. Let's go in and check it out. So what has turned out to be a nice and sunny day here. It's getting a little warm, and who would have thought that a piece of movie history will be right here in my backyard. I live about maybe 40 minutes from this place, and as soon as I found out that they had the motorcycle here on display, I immediately wanted to come over here and document this. Now we're gonna take a look at museum hours and admission. So the Motorcycle Hall of Fame here. Museum hours, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Admission for members is free, adults $10, seniors 62 plus is $8, students 12 to 17, $3, family rated $25, and National Motorcycle Organization is $9. No smoking, food, or drink inside the museum. We're gonna go in and check it out. And here we go. First thing right here in the front door, checking out this motorcycle here. Like the paint job. This is the My Hall of Fame section of everybody who's ever pretty much been in it. And then right down here, if you have pictures from here, hashtag AMA Hall of Fame, HOF. Here is a guitar signed by some of the members of the Hall of Fame. And if you enter this contest, you can win this 2024 Kawasaki Ninja ZX. I'm really digging the color schemes, green, white, and blue. Right over here to the left, we have Gary Denton's four-wheeler, class of 2021. So we're gonna check out the first floor, the upper floor first, and then I heard that the T-1000 motorbike is on the bottom floor. So we're gonna walk around and check out some stuff up here. Suzuki, Travis Pastrana, class of 2023. I know who that is. Ryan Dungey, class of 2023. Grant Langston, class of 2023 as well. Barry Hawk, this is their class of 2023 section, the gentleman told me at the front desk. This is called the Glory Days, gift of Melbourne J. Mike Wilson and Margaret M. Wilson, Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Sculpture by Steve Posson. Right here. And the Hall of Fame gallery. All these plaques have different names. That's a lot of plaques. Here they have a setup to where it feels like you're actually riding a bike. Realistic. So this case here is AMA life member Jean Clendon. Won the award for long distance solo rider female at the AMA's life member convention and 60th anniversary celebration in 1984 and again in 85, 86, and 87. Awards and memorabilia in this display case are from Clinton's years as a motorcyclist and AMA member. You know, all these awards here. I think that little jacket right there. So this AMA flag orbited the Earth 165 times aboard the Space Shuttle Columbia on mission STS-109, March 1st through March 12th, 2002. The association thanks AMA member and shuttle pilot Dwayne Digger Carey for carrying the banner aloft. Very cool. Up here we have some more plaques. Here in this case is some older memorabilia. Rob Dingman. Let's see, we got some magazines, some hats, water bottles, cups. Earlier I mentioned that I was going to drop some facts about Terminator 2. So I'm going to kind of walk around here in this room and tell you some stuff about the movie that you probably didn't know. So before Robert Patrick got the role as the T-1000, two other people were almost cast as that role. Now listen to this. The lead singer of heavy metal band Wasp, Blackie Lawless, was considered for the role of the liquid metal T-1000. Although his height proved to be a problem, the role of the original Terminator had been written for a man of average stature who could easily blend into a crowd, and James Cameron wanted to apply that original concept to dramatic effect for the T-1000. In an AOL chat, Lawless explained, "Probably the biggest regret that I have that I didn't turn it down was a part of Terminator 2 that Robert Patrick got. Arnold Schwarzenegger wanted me to do the part, but when he found out I was 6'4", I couldn't. I regret not being able to do that movie." And also, before Robert Patrick got cast as well, before all that, and Blackie Lawless, the second option for the T-1000 was rock legend Billy Idol. And unfortunately, he couldn't make the role because he got into an accident. I believe it was a motorcycle accident, and it prevented him from getting that role of the T-1000. So that's how Robert Patrick ended up getting the role. Now this little section here is dedicated to all the female bikers. There's a sticker there that says, "I'm proud to be a lady biker." There's some awards and jackets, helmets. Bessie Stringfield, 1911, 1993. And then over here is Dave Barr, some of his stuff. And over here is another section of Hall of Fame stuff, not necessarily 2023, but a few other people up here. Rod Bush, George Barber, Phil Schilling, Norm MacDonald, not the actor, Mary McGee, Gary Davis, and then some more stuff over here. Here we have a 1960 Harley Davidson FLH Panhead Roger Hull's Hound Dog. Pretty cool bike. This is a 1978 Harley Davidson FLH Electra Glide Classic. This is a 1972 Harley Davidson FX. Around the world after losing his legs. The story of Dave Barr. Now listen to this. Despite the loss of his legs due to the explosion of a landmine, his vehicle struck while he was served as a professional soldier, the AMA Motorcycle Hall of Fame. David Barr overcame those physical obstacles to ride this FX around the world, across Russia, around Australia, across China, and across the Gobi Desert, or Gobi Desert alone. Hopefully I'm pronouncing one of those right. Modifications are numerous, and most are the result of expedient repairs during his journeys. Note the dirt bike style front fender, the special seat pad, tip over bars, extra fuel tank, and the patina of wear that only comes from circumnavigating the world. So the dirt bike front fender, and then they actually have prosthetic legs here. That's crazy. So another interesting fact of Terminator 2 Judgment Day, the T-1000 did a lot of cool things and it involved a lot of fancy special effects. The sound effects team, though sometimes kept it simple, to create the sound of the T-1000 passing through the metal bars. Sound designer Gary Rydstrom merely opened a can of dog food and used the sound of the food oozing out of the can. That's crazy. So when they're at Pescadero and the T-1000 walks up to the bars and he's chasing John, Sarah, and the T-800, that little sound that you hear is dog food. Now we're getting into the dirt bike section a little bit. Malcolm Smith. Some really cool dirt bikes. This is Danny Hamel's Kawasaki KX 500. Bill Baird, the Triumph T100C. John Penton. This is a really cool section. I'm trying to see if there's any names that I recognize, and currently I don't. So being that the T-1000 was such an iconic role for Robert Patrick, he actually reprised his role in a couple of different movies. It says playing the T-1000 was a breakout role for Robert Patrick, and he wasn't shy about capitalizing on that. He has cameos as the T-1000 in his police officer uniform in Wayne's World, then plays a liquid metal Terminator again in Last Action Hero, of course. That was alongside Arnold Schwarzenegger. So yeah, he has come back as the T-1000 multiple times, not just in T2. This is the story of Doug Domikos, hopefully I'm pronouncing that right, the Wheelie King's throne. Now listen to this, this is really cool. Known to fans as the Wheelie King, turned an uncanny ability to balance a motorcycle on its rear wheel into worldwide reputation. After teaching himself to wheelie as a kid, he branched out into sponsored stunt riding. He performed around the world on TV and in movies like Cannonball Run. He held a Guinness World Record for a 145-mile wheelie at Talladega Speedway in Alabama in 1984. Tragically, Domikos died in the crash of his ultralight airplane in 2000. So, this is one of his motorcycles. And another thing about Robert Patrick, for the larger, silent, just a little inhuman T-1000, Robert Patrick took inspiration from a couple of influences of the animal kingdom. He moved like a shark, on the hunt when he was moving through crowds. So say like at the Galleria when he's going after John, he's pretending to be a shark. Also, he patterned his head movements off of bald eagles, the way that they kind of stalk their prey and narrow in. He took inspiration from animals. How cool is that? There, we're just checking out some of the older style motorcycles right here along this wall. Oh wow, there's a lot of stuff over here in this section. I'm not going to go through each one individually, so I'll just kind of walk through and give you guys a little bit of a look at the different motorcycles they have. I got some jerseys back there. I really like this one. It reminds me of Ken Block, even though it's not. Rest in peace, Ken Block. Check out this wall right here. This one kind of reminds me of John Connor's dirt bike. The black and white, red. There's a Ricky Carmichael. I've heard that name before. At a glance, you almost think that's Ellen DeGeneres. My bad. Greatest of all time. Yeah, we got some older motorcycles here. Some suits back there as well. Motorcycle Weekly. It's called Wayne, from Wayne Rainey. Oh wow. These things just look fast. Oh, we got some old school ones right over here. This thing is like really lifelike. Thought somebody was standing there for a second when I walked over. Got some helmets up there on the shelf. Some awards. I'm pretty sure I did this entire thing backwards. Oh well. During the movie, towards the end, when the T-1000 is chasing John, Sarah, and the T-800, he's flying the helicopter. And there was a concern as to how realistic the CGI would be, how it would look when it came out, the helicopter going under the bridge. So the pilot actually did it for real. So when you see the helicopter go underneath the bridge, that is all real. All right, yep, I totally just realized I did this entire tour so far backwards, because you can see the little signs right there. Oops, that's my bad. But anyway, we're gonna keep things rolling and keep going, and we are going to find the T-1000 motorcycle. Yeah, we were just through here, so we're gonna kind of backtrack, make our way over to the stairs. All right, so we're gonna continue the tour and head downstairs and see if we can find the T-1000 motorcycle and hopefully take this next portion in the correct order. Right here at the bottom of the stairs, there's a 1968 Harley Davidson custom chopper. Those things have always fascinated me, the things that they do to choppers. This here is a little area where you can come and hang out and watch historical stuff on the TV about motorcycles, but they do have some motorcycles here on display. Down this way, man, these ones look really worn down. Somebody ran the heck out of those. We got some over here on the back wall. That's a cool one, Harley Davidson. That's interesting. Okay, and there's the bottom of the steps. And these are some bikes that they have on display right here at the bottom. Very cool. Just gonna kind of loop it around really quick. Oh, that one's cool. Okay, so another fact about the movie. Let's see here. Did you know that there are 2 sets of twins in Terminator 2 Judgment Day? So when they get to Pescadero, the security guard, when he's asking Gwen if she wants some coffee, and then the floor kind of just comes up and it's the T-1000 in the shape of the security guard, that's actually Don and Dan Stanton. And they've actually been in a couple other movies as well. And then, let's see, when John, Sarah, and the T-800 go and hang out at the gas station, the hideout, they, actually the scene that they did is really interesting. So when they're taking apart the T-800's head and they talk about the chip and stuff, and you think that's a reflection in the mirror, no, it's not. They had to do it very carefully because there was actually a window, and Linda Hamilton's sister, Leslie Hamilton, was on the other side of that window mimicking Linda's movements. So all of that was done in that form. So that's really cool. Oh man, these are like some World War II looking bikes. 1919 Solex. There's so many movies that have motorcycles in them that I'm just really surprised that they don't have here. And it just kind of reminds me of like Captain America's motorcycle. Like this one right here reminds me of the small little thing that they drove in Dumb and Dumber. But take a walk back and look at this side as well. Hey, at least they got the air on in here. But we'll work our way back out here in just a minute. We'll go back out, because I know where the T-1000 bike is. I saw it when I walked down here, but I want to save it for last. All right, so that's where we came in, well, looped around. So here we go on this side. We got some little toys here. G.I. Joe stuff. It would be really funny if they had the T-1000 motorcycle figure here, because NECA did make it as a figure. Got that motorcycle there, and we got a couple right here in the middle. And right over here to my left, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce you to the T-1000's motorcycle from Terminator 2, Judgment Day. Shaka, ka, ka, ka. Shaka, ka, ka, ka. Oh, look at that thing. That is so cool. Oh, the poster. This, ladies and gentlemen, is why I came here. This, for me personally, this is worth the price of admission, $10 just to get in, just to see this bike. Oh, it's so cool. This is the bike that Robert Patrick drove in the movie, and when they escape Pescadero, the police officer rolls up to him. He's like, "Say, that's a nice bike." And then later on in the film, when they get to Cyberdyne Systems with Miles Dyson, this is also the same bike that the T-1000 jumps through the glass window, attacking the helicopter, grabbing a hold of it, and then oozing himself into the seat. That's pretty funny. And you can see that the marks from it falling onto the ground are still here. Sorry for my reflection. It's just so cool to see this thing in person. So here's some facts about the stunt bike. It says Honda XR 500 in the movies, all may not be what it appears. And that's definitely the case with this Honda XR 500 Enduro machine that was made up to look like a Kawasaki police bike, crafted to give the appearance of a much bigger bike while still letting the stunt rider maneuver it like a small motorcycle. This Honda, owned by stunt woman and Motorcycle Hall of Fame Debbie Evans, was crashed spectacularly through a glass window for James Cameron's movie Terminator 2, Judgment Day. So this bike was dressed up to be a completely different bike, but what they did with it was still very cool. When the T-1000 goes in to Cyberdyne System, he goes up the stairs, makes a sharp turn, then he's riding through and he sees the helicopter, then right through the glass window. Oh, that's so cool. So when you see the T-1000 riding the motorcycle, you see Robert Patrick in the slower scenes. Now, obviously, he wasn't the one who jumped the motorcycle through the window onto the helicopter. He had a stunt double. So speaking of stunt doubles, get this. Around the 1 hour and 40-minute mark, stunt pilot Charles Tamburo, who plays the unfortunate pilot who is forced to jump out of his own helicopter by the T-1000. He also performed the stunt where the helicopter flies under the overpass in the final chase scene. A camera car would be driving the Steadicam operator close to the helicopter to capture close-up shots, but the camera crew refused to film it because it was too much of a high risk. Director James Cameron filmed the shot himself twice, once with the camera car driving behind the helicopter and once in front of it. So it's crazy how that correlates both with this motorcycle and the helicopter. So that's really cool. I'm super stoked that I'm right here next to movie history. This bike right here was pretty iconic. You know, the chase scenes and then the helicopter scenes, the jump with this bike through the window was one of the most iconic shots for advertising, like the trailers and stuff like that when the movie came out. So it's really cool to see such a big piece of movie history right here in Pickerington, Ohio. So I'm super thankful that this place has this motorcycle, because it's definitely worth coming to check out. Not only the other motorcycle history here, but movie history too, if you're into that kind of thing. So I definitely recommend coming to check this place out if you're a movie fan. Also, if you like riding motorcycles too, because Robert Patrick does have his own Harley Davidson store in Santa Clarita, California, I believe. So pretty cool history here. Okay, I think that's gonna be a wrap on the Motorcycle Hall of Fame Museum here in Pickerington, Ohio. Wow, very cool. Very cool to see the older motorcycles, the supercross, motocross, and stuff like that. I apologize that I kind of went out of order beginning of the tour, but hopefully I made up for it with the rest of the tour. And seeing the motorcycle that the T-1000 rode in T2, one of my all-time favorite movies, my second all-time favorite movie, next to Jaws, of course. But T2, man, that holds a special place in my heart. Crazy. And it's super cool that this place actually has the motorcycle. I didn't really see any other movie related things here, motorcycles or anything. But I kind of wish they would do like a small fee, pay extra to sit on motorcycles. I mean, obviously I know they can't, but I know like museums down in like Gatlinburg and some other places, you can pay a little bit more to sit on a motorcycle or in a car that was in a film, and you can get your picture taken. That would be cool. I would pay a little bit more to get my picture taken sitting on the bike that the T-1000 drove. That would be cool. So, if you haven't checked this place out yet, I recommend it at least once. It's got some cool motorcycle history if you're into that kind of thing. I think that's gonna be it. Don't forget to check out my Terminator 2 Judgment Day filming locations after you watch this video. I will post a link at the end of the video. You can go and check that out. That was a lot of fun to do, and also I will post a link to that in the description below. Feel free to check that out if you don't mind. And if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. I greatly appreciate that as well. That being said, guys, thank you so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. Subscribe, comment, share. Let me know what your thoughts are on this video, if you learned something new or if this video sucked. Either way, let me know. That being said, hasta la vista, baby. We're out, guys. Thank you so much for watching.